Of the trees here. These are all kids' mango.
And they don't have the same taste.
The kids have this. With the kids, the moment you get kids variety, they have the same taste.
Right.
Palmer has its taste.
It is.
And flavor, Kent, Evan, Tommy Atkins, Julie, Sunset. Tommy Atkins.
And Juliet.
Julie. Sunset. We have Comfort. We have
Comfort.
We have Jaffina. A lot.
They are all varieties.
They are varieties of mangoes. Sunset
Kate,
and all that.
Thomas.
Tommy Atkins.
Tommy Atkins.
Tommy Atkins. Julie. Sunset. Jaffina. Hayden. Palmer. Evan.
Do you remember the 20 element on the periodic table? Do you remember? Hydrogen, helium. I've even forgotten them. You know what? If someone remembers all these things. MK, I have this question to ask you. I think I need to ask you before we leave. Somebody told me that you can pay more than doctors every month. And then I was told that on average you can pay more than 2 doctors every month. How is it?
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah.
You can pay more than 2 doctors.
Yeah, that's very true.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
So, like, on average, how many doctors do you think you can pay every month?
Like you mentioned, I can do 3, I can pay 4. Yeah.
Yes, so this is what we've been preaching about. My name is Emmanuel Clever. We always discussing success with you. And right here is a mango farm that you can see. It's one of the biggest that I've ever seen. I'm so amazed. We have always been talking about young people doing one thing that many people are not willing to do. People are taking the mantle to do what many people are not willing to do. And right here with me is one gentleman that I personally respect so much. A gentleman that is actually changing the narratives. He's doing what many youths are not willing to do, and he's putting food on the table for his family and then people around him. Then we dive into his story and what he's doing differently from what many people are doing. Evan.
This also Evan. But this
is that an English name?
Yeah, that's an English name.
Evan.
Airven. Evan, yeah, that's the name.
Spell that out.
Yeah. And we never to me in the same month, but within 3 months now, and I was here for
Palmer.
This is the sweetest for me. This is the sweetest mango.
See the color?
This Palmer. They are called Palmer. So I have different varieties, but not like the kit. Yeah, the kit and the Kent, they do all the market, both local and international. So I have plenty trees of kits, but I just have some few trees of some varieties that maybe someone's come, I must educate them on it. Okay. So the kit and the Kent are the 2 varieties that are leading in the market.
Currently.
Oh wow. Some people are also trying to push much into the Palmer, but not like the kit and the kit. Yeah.
What does the farm start?
It starts from where my farmhouse is. Yeah, down there. So here I have about 15 acres. Okay. And I have 40 acres at Atimpoko on the island. Yeah, so that's what it is.
So all those places are parked?
Yeah, they are parked. So it's like a square line. I just put the road between the farm, so that will be easy for me when I'm carrying the car or something. People must use a tree to chop it so that they don't, because of extra weight. Just these small branches have over 30 mangoes on them, so because of the weight, so it breaks them. So that's So Evan, Palmer, Kate, then this Kate.
Evan, Palmer,
Kate, Palmer, Kate, then Kate.
I'm naming my children. Evan, Palmer, Kate.
This is the Kent. They are calling it apple mango because of its shape. You see, it's trying to look like apple.
Sister King.
Yeah. The name is Kent, but people are calling it apple because of its shape and the colors that appear when it's mature. So
It's more or less like apple.
yeah, so they call it apple mango. So they all have their leaves and then different mangoes and all that. I'm not sure if it's the other side. I can go to the other side to this is how they are supposed to be.
It's all these trees are.
Here is open.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Ah, so from that place.
from where we entered down to where the farmhouse is.
Oh wow. Then I believe mango can change the face of Ghana business. I'm sure this one will be about 200 mangoes.
Yes. And some can be
From only one tree.
Yes. So I'm just selling for 20 cities.
Hey, now cocoa cramp, one coconut, one tree or something.
And even this is because it's natural, the fruits, I did not do anything to them. I never do any practice.
So, I mean, the fruit came by itself. No fertilizer application, nothing like that.
I mostly do those things during the minor season. And they are 70% mature. So for the next month, 15th, they'll be ready.
And they will turn money.
Yes.
Hey. These mangoes are mature
in the same tree.
On the same tree?
On the same tree. Yeah, on the same tree. That you see, some will be mature because these particular mangoes, the flowers came earlier than this.
Oh, okay.
That way I can see with their shape and I know this mature and this left some time. One thing about mango is when they are getting mature, you see the shape that they are getting round and even with the water that comes out when you cut them, it turns white.
Okay.
It turns deep white. So you see that water, this tells you, and you see the shape. But as this one, it's not yet mature. You see that, you see how flat it is. It's very flat from this one.
Like they are two different.
They are two different. This flat and this has the round shape. So mango, when they are getting mature, these are the signs you see.
Okay.
They turn into round. You see how this looks. Like
these mangoes, if I get even a single one in my house,
I'm
sure I'm
making money. Some people do have just a single tree. During minor season, they sometimes even harvest and get 2,000 Ghana cedis.
Hey!
Sometimes they get 1,000 Ghana cedis. Just a single tree, especially at the minor season.
So if you have 10,000 cedis,
you are good to go.
Wow!
So when the season comes, you see them, they'll be doing their project. So more times every farmer, they list their project down, they make their shadows. So after harvesting, they just push them on whoever they wanted to invest into. Wow. Those that love to steal, they also do what they want to do with their money. So that's how it is.
And those that look after family too.
They also have their responsibility to take care of. They call farmers stingy guys because of how they spend their money.
Stingy guys?
Yeah, stingy. Most farmers, naturally, they are like that worldwide. Because of how they make money. I don't make money from a seasonal business and I can't be throwing money on the street. Like how, you can't do that. It will control you how to spend your money.
Okay.
You need to be smart. Like
say farmer, you need to be smart.
You need to be smart. Like say mangoes need to take you 6 months before they'll be ready after flowering time. So when the season comes, when you harvest, definitely you need to invest like 30% back to the farm. Then maybe 50% you save or to invest in the other business. Then get 20% for yourself, or 1 or 2 things. So this will keep you
the
busy.
larger portion will be for
so you always be on alert on what next to do. So before I even harvest, I have my plans already.
Oh, okay.
So after harvesting, I just send the monies. I distribute the monies into where I plan to go. The next things I plan to invest into.
So it means farming goes beyond using the whole.
It goes beyond that. You just need to know all these kind of things. Like I keep saying, I can see even the leaves, not about the fruit. The leaves, and I know how to differentiate. You can go everywhere, just harvest the leaf of every variety, and I will tell you that kind of mango you have.
So the kind of mangoes that we have here, are they the same thing that you see when you go outside?
Unless the ones they export there, they also have different varieties.
Oh, okay. Most so we have several varieties.
We have several varieties of mango worldwide. Several different varieties.
The normal mangoes we eat. For me, like the one that I know is the saloon mangoes and the
small.
But
this is what you guys call saloon mango. because you guys can differentiate the varieties. So generally,
we
you guys
are
call it
all
Salum
Salum
mango.
mangoes. I don't know, we have Palmer, we have
You
Kate,
guys don't know that.
we have Thomas and the rest.
All you know is Salum mango. You guys call them Salum mango, but they all have their name. But with me, I don't call them Salum mango because I know this Kate, I know this Palmer. So if I need to say, I'll just be like a hybrid mango. Rather than saying Salum mango, because with the Salum, I can't call Palmer Salum mango. I can't call Kate Salum mango. They have their names. So it's either I say hybrid mango or something.
So these ones too, do they also have ready market?
They have. These ones have ready market.
So after harvesting them,
the companies, companies do confirm. But with me, like I said, aside even the companies in Ghana, I sell beyond Ghana. That's where other companies from Burkina Faso or other places come and they buy from me. So that's when if I'm done and I don't have much, I get it from other friends and I supply through my company's name. Then I get my
so the MKL is a registered company.
It's a registered company.
It's a company on its own.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I mean, so if you're doing business with MKL, I mean, you are more than assured. I mean, you're rest assured.
It's registered.
Everything will be okay. I mean, these are some of the things that you need to invest your money. If you're an investor, you need to invest your money in mango production. In fact, in my whole life, I've never seen a young guy doing something like this. My whole life, I know of young guys who are into other businesses, but then for a young guy, I mean, to be so closer to the soil, farming, come on, it's not easy. But of course, I know millionaires who get their money through selling products. Some get their money through the media and the likes. But some of them over to form a oh, come on. But that is where the money is. It means that people don't normally pay attention to some of these things, but that's where the money is. You don't want to put in the work.
They are shy. Some are also shy.
That I'm a farmer.
That kind of name. Like people will mock them.
But you get a brand.
Wow.
You have a brand.
I got a brand I'm building up.
If you're a business owner, I mean, you need to stay authentic. You shouldn't be doing that kind of.
You must let them know this is what I'm doing.
You need to give people real value for the money they are paying.
That's the whole thing.
Wow.
That's when you get people to recommend you. So if you come to me,
people recommend you to other people.
If you come to me and I'm offer you, you can never recommend me. So I need to stay real, I just give you what you're requesting for. If I don't have what you are bringing on the table, I just tell you I don't have. Can you give me some months to get you exactly what you are requesting for? If somebody requested for Palmer and maybe I don't have Palmer at that moment, I tell the person to give me like say 2 months. I'll graft it for you. When it's ready, you come for it. That's it. That's me. And it'll be like good, because if the person requesting for Palmer cannot differentiate between Palmer and Kent. So if I want to be a bad guy, I can just give you Kent. But after 3 years, after 3 years, when you go and plant it, you are expecting Palmer to fruit. Then you can get Kent. You'll be like, no, I requested for Palmer.
Why am I getting Kent?
So I don't do that. I just tell you what I have. So if you are requesting for me, I just give me 2 months. You can make 25% payment. I draft for you. The day of picking up, and you pay the remaining money. So everybody who's placing order under MK World Farms must pay either 50% or 25% before I draft or I nest for you.
I know you're a very good friend to David.
Yeah.
How are you guys able to work together? Because he's already doing the same thing.
Yeah. We started together. I was even with him as we started God is able. I was with him. Then later I realized no, I must do my own thing because.
So you were with him?
I was with him. We started God is able together. Yeah, we are very close. So I sometimes get supply. If I can't, I contact him. We continue with the supply. He also gets to call me. If I have stock, I also supply.
So MKL,
also,
how are you doing?
I'm okay. Yourself?
Oh, so by the grace of God. How is life? And how is business?
Positive. You're still on me.
When I heard about your story, I was so amazed, and then I loved it so much. So when I saw your plantation, I was like, wow. So is this thing really owned by a young man? They were like, yes. I was like, no, I need to find out this guy on Success with Clever. And that is why we are here to discuss success with you. So I have some few questions to ask you, and I'm sure my audience have more than that to also ask you. Who is MKL and why the name MKL? And what do you do differently from other people?
KL is from Maxwell Kofi. That's the initials of my name.
Maxwell
Kofi.
Maxwell
Kofi Lee.
Kofi.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
okay.
name. So that's the meaning of MKL. I believe in agriculture, so
Alright.
I added the wet because I know there's wet in agriculture. Yes, and I added the farms. So the name of my company is MKL Wet Farms. So I'm the boss and I'm the MKL Wet Farms.
MKL Wet Farms.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the meaning of my company, MKL Wet Farms.
You know, I've seen your motto. Agriculture is the wealth of man. I mean, what is the rationale behind it? What are you trying to tell people?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell people there's a lot of money in agriculture.
Wow, there is a lot of money in agriculture.
Yeah,
wow, I love it so much.
That is the money because I've been into this and I've been able to achieve a lot of things from this same normal business. So that's the idea behind agriculture and a lot of money.
All right. I mean, take us through how this thing started. Yeah, like most of us, we have this idea that the soil belongs to the older people. So more often, somebody is to enter into farming. It's basically about, it's mostly about older people. I mean, how did it started? And why did you get into agriculture?
Okay. I was born in this community.
Okay. This
Somanya. Yeah, this too. This is the origin of Mango when you mention of Ghana, Somanya.
All right. So in the whole of Ghana.
Ghana, yeah. Somanya is the origin of Mango.
Wow. In the whole of Ghana.
Yes.
So the whole of Ghana, Somanya
dominates Mango. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
The records are there.
Seriously.
Yeah. So being a child, growing up, you see grown-up people, our fathers, our uncles, like going into this business as mango farmers.
All right.
But we never value it. Being a young guy, you see, colleagues will be mocking you when you try to go to the farm, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we never wanted to go into it until I traveled. But before then, my parents started their own mango plantation already. But they are not into the seedlings.
Is that one different from
Yeah,
this?
it's different from this.
Oh, okay.
This is just a seedlings fruit where I have my seedlings. So I
So
have
it means you have other ones.
that the plantation where I get the fruit itself.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so
so
this
aside
just for
this big mango production,
Yeah.
you also have another one.
I have another one.
Which I believe should be more than this.
It's more than this, but
Wow.
before you get that one, unless you buy the seedling.
Oh, okay.
So it's processed.
Start from this.
They start from this stage. So because I own the plantation, I just want to help people to get a seedling. So that's why I'm messing the seedlings as well. Okay. So as the big men are here and they are into the mango plantation and all that, there's this white man who's from Germany. He's late now, yes, from Germany. He's late now. The name is Mr. Fruitful. So he brought the mangoes here. So he taught us about the mango. I worked under him for just 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, before my father was pushing. I'm a footballer myself, so I was not taking this business seriously. Yeah. So that are the few things. But my inspiration came from the late Mr. Cronin and Mr. Davis Kobo. They are the big men in the business.
Oh, okay.
They are the
I mean,
big
are they natives of this town?
Yes, they are native from this town. Yeah. So I traveled as well, like I did mention earlier. Football issues, so moving up and down, twice to Dubai. But unfortunately for me, I did not get the football contract I was expecting. So I decided, as I know much about mango, why don't I come? Then I started all this sort of. So within a shortest time, from 2016 to 2019, I realized I was getting money from this business. At first, I did not value.
Oh, you realized you were getting money from
the mango business.
the mango farming.
Farming, yeah.
Wow.
Than what I was even expecting. Because growing up, looking at you, seeing that you are talented with football.
Yes.
So sometimes you feel like you are not going to do anything. But that's my story. So this is how we all started.
Alright, so how was it like working under somebody for 3 months before you realized that this is what you actually want to do with your life? How was it like?
It was not easy, like farm work. Yeah, it was never easy. But I was determined to do it because I wanted to add many things to my life. I don't want to focus on only football.
Alright.
Yeah, I was having that mindset as well.
Alright.
So my father never wanted me to do the farmer, even though he was a farmer.
Why?
He thought I can't do it because sometimes I follow him to the farm. Before we return back home, I'll be sick. Yes, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll be sick.
And I'm sure there are a lot of parents who also, bought that idea that
yes. So if you, the child, you are not okay or you are not interested in the farm work, they hardly convince you to join them. So that's exactly what my father was doing. So he was rather pushing me much into my football than the mango farm. So that's it. So when I lost him. Then I'm like, no, I need to start from where he left it. Then I added the seedlings to it. So through that, I was able to expand what he even left behind, and I get extra.
Wow. That is amazing. Since this Somanya community it's one of the if I let me say the biggest when it comes to mango production, I think there are other youths who are doing something similar to what you're doing. What actually sets you apart, or what makes you different, or what are you doing differently from what other people are doing? And what makes MKL one of the biggest that we can actually talk about?
Okay. Well, some of the things I'll talk about is, I'm real.
Okay.
That's one thing about me. I'm
being real.
Being real. Okay. That's the fact about this business. Most of the young guys, like I said, don't want people to see them build farms. Okay. So they hide to do their stuff. I mean, I start to do online, start to post my stuff, I start to stay real. So I get positive comments from people saying that, wow, a young guy like you being open about the same business. So that's it. And mangoes, we have different varieties. Different varieties of mango. We have more than 20 varieties. So this is the kid variety. Okay. So this is the biggest mango of all.
Which one?
This one. So this is the king. They are calling it apple mango because of its shape. You see, it's trying to look like apple.
Sister King.
The name is Kent, but people are calling it apple because of its shape and the colors that appear when you. Before you get this, you need a mature mother plant. Before you get this, you can't just plant this seed and get the same mango.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask.
Like, did you have for yourself a course on mango production?
Yeah, we've been able to do one or two.
Because the way you're using the terminology, it's more or less like I mean, a professor. It means he has really mastered the course. So sometimes it's not about you having the background, but it's about you taking the initiative, learn what you have to learn.
So I can even see the leaves of different mangoes and I can differentiate without even the fruit.
Without seeing the fruit,
I can just look at the leaves and know this different, this different.
Wow.
That's it. Because I've been to it and I've made up my mind to know much about it. And I've studied, always making research about it. So that's it. So if you can go, I'll show you another variety. So here, this is also Kent. Yeah, we call this variety Kent. So if you can see, you see this also having a different leaves. You see the leaves the Kent have broad leaves, and these have a slim leaves.
So they are two different.
They have two different leaves. So if I can bring the leaf of, let me calculate this. So you can see from their leaves, there are two different leaves. But this always the grafting plants. This one we grafted them.
Okay.
So this is the local mango. So
this one is the local mango.
We use the local seed to graft this. So before you graft, you first nest the local mango. Then after 4 months, you go to a matured mother plant. This is free. Then you pick the scion. The scion is a branch of a mother plant.
I learned it in integrated science, but I've forgotten all of these things.
So this is a scion. So it's just a normal branch of a matured mother plant. So you cut it, then you divide this, you shape this one, you put it inside, and you buy it. So that's the grafting. So after 2 months, after 2 weeks, they will shoot. So as you can see, this is also another plant where we grafted them. And they all have different.
So like they are two different things.
And you join them. We join them together.
Oh, science is So
then
we didn't learn the science just like that.
So before you get all these kind of things, unless you go by grafting. Every hybrid mango, unless you graft. You can't just plant their seed and get them. But with the local mango, you can plant the local seed and get it.
I see.
So that's how it is.
So does it mean that this one is not by seed?
No. We only nest the seed from the local. Then we graft this by using the mother plant.
I see.
So that's how we do it. So this another. So this is mango. This is mango. So this is a young mango. We call it baby mango. Sometimes any name you can use.
Baby mango
because they are young.
All right.
But from 4 months from this stage, it will be matured for harvesting. But this only tells use matured mother plant during grafting. If you go to a nursery field and you hardly see things like this or flowers on their farm, meaning they are not using correct mother plant during grafting.
These are real flowers.
These are real flowers.
Okay.
So from this stage, they come here.
All right.
Before they will turn into mango.
Okay.
So it's always necessary for a good seedlings operator to have these signs on their seedlings.
And it's always good.
Yes, to have like good and necessary.
All right.
For you to see signs of flowers and mangoes on a seedlings bed. This tells you the seedlings operator is expert and is doing a good thing.
Oh wow, wow.
Because some people, they just go to any plantation, then they pick the scion, then they graft. So you might send the seedlings to your farm, but after 3 years they will fruit.
I believe these are some of the things that makes you so professional.
Yes, that's how it is.
All right.
So I use, because I own the plantation, I pick the scions from my farm. I have a scion bank that I pick the scions from.
Wow.
So there's always 100%.
You have it by yourself.
I have
like
it by myself.
It's owned by you.
Yes.
Wow.
So I pick my scions from there. So like I do mention, before you get a hybrid mango, you need a matured mother plant scion before you graft with it. So these are the things. But some people, they nest the seedlings because they don't own plantation to pick the scion. Any tree at all that's bearing fruit, you just pick their scion from it. So when you buy from them, you send the seedlings to your farm, but you never bear fruit.
Hey.
So these are the things. These are the signs.
So it's not just about planting a mango.
No. It says you have procedures to follow.
I mean, there's like a whole university course. If they give me another chance to start university all over, I think I'll go and I'll make them do a course for mango production. Then I'll get myself into it. This is amazing. Yeah. Wow.
So if you come to my farm or you want to buy things from me and you requested for kits, I make sure I give you that variety you are requesting for. I don't give you different variety.
So you give value to people when they ask.
Yes, when they ask. I always make sure what the customer is requesting for, I give them.
Wow.
So those are my things. Those are the things I used to move forward in the business. Even though there are a lot of guys in the same business like me, but always I'm different. So I always make sure I serve my customers with what they're requesting for.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So MKL, you made mention of your business being online. I mean, you promoting your business online. The world is changing at a faster rate, and one thing is that some people are not actually seeing it. People are not seeing that the world is becoming a global village, and so because of that, you can also do business and other stuff on the online space. So more often we are only addicted to the olden ways of doing things. How do you think the online space or technology being part of your business enhances more of your production?
It has really helped me. It brought a lot of even market to my business, and I'll urge the young guys coming to also start online. Reason being that sometimes I'll be there and I'll just receive a strange call from someone saying, I saw you online, and I'm placing order of 20,000 cedis.
Hey.
Just like that. They just saw my post or something.
Cedis.
Yes. So it's like that. Yes. And I can nest 50,000 cedis depending on the orders I receive. So that's how I do it.
So people can demand 20,000. And you can by yourself nest 50,000.
Yeah. So always before the season starts, I have my orders already.
Wow.
Yeah, before the season starts because of this same online thing. Because even before I returned from Dubai, there are other friends who were doing it already.
Right.
So I was not having any market.
People already doing it
because we were all born here. But just that they were not doing like how I was doing it. No, because they did not post anything. They will be there for people to work in, but it's not like that now. Because before somebody comes here, he knows I'm coming to MK Farms to buy from them.
Definitely.
But first we'll be there, then we'll see people on the streets because they know the origin of mangoes from Somanya. They come here, they'll be moving on the street, we'll just be asking people, what do you want? And they'll be like, I need mango, or I need mango seedlings. And we brought them to the farm to sell for them. But now it's not like that because of me. So you don't meet people on the street now to say, I need seedlings. They are just coming to MK Farm because of online. Yes.
I've been watching your status, I've been watching what you post out there, and I've seen some white people come invest in what you do, people come interview you for what you do. I mean, how do you get your message out to these kind of people? How do you get these people to come to what you are doing, to come and see what you are doing?
Because of posting, because online.
Okay.
I just keep sharing my story. I just keep posting myself. Yeah, that's the secret.
So
I use the
that
media.
is more or less like branding.
This, I know how to brand myself. I don't joke with branding, and I don't like any negative comments about my brand.
Wow.
So always I serve my customers well.
Wow.
So if you come to my farm and you bought 1,000 seedlings from me and someone asks you where you get it, you recommend it to the next person.
Wow.
So that
is the power of recommendation.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
MKL, you know that in every business, in every arena, there are a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And having to cope with these challenges is one of the things that actually creates a bigger difference between two people. What are some of the challenges that you actually face in this mango production?
Okay. From the beginning, you know, that's how I returned from Dubai, like I mentioned. There was no market. I don't know how to market. You know, mangoes are perishable fruits.
Yeah.
And you must have market for it.
Mangoes are perishable.
So you must have market for it. Other than that, when you get ready, it will go waste. So what I faced from the beginning is that because I was not having market, some of my fruits mostly go waste. Then I realized I need to talk to people who need mangoes.
Wow.
Because there are other companies out there.
So you were not just relaxing for opportunities to come?
No. I moved in for the opportunity.
That is good. That is good.
Because people were into it, like I mentioned before I came.
All right.
So I tried to move to the companies. I visit them at their offices and then let them know that I have mangoes.
Wow.
So and so date, my mangoes will be ready.
All right.
What's the way forward? So they will show you the procedures to go, how to control disease and all that. So by doing that, then they start picking from me. And I have it on a record that through me, a company far away from Burkina Faso started buying mangoes from MK Farms. Wow. So those are the things I started.
Charlie, you are a big man. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That is amazing. Yeah, you know, my takeaway from this interview is that you made mention of the online space, using the online to promote your business. I really like that factor so much, and I endorse it. And then also you made mention of you getting your business out to people. Most people, what they do is that they have business ideas, they have things that they are doing, and then they expect people to come from their comfort homes to their comfort homes to come and purchase their ideas. But I see that this is not the right way to go. Just like you said, I mean, we need to approach people, and then bring our ideas to those type of people. I mean, what are you doing? What do you want the world to see? And this is one of the qualifying denominator between successful people and people who actually go the other way around. And my next question is that I know you're a busy type, right? So how do you manage, I mean, the act of farming plus your family life, friends life, and then the other things? How do you manage all of this?
In everything, business comes first. That's the agenda I've set for myself. I don't do much friends.
All right.
I do friends when we are going to play football, we are going to do something together. After which I go my way. I don't allow friends to return or to give me something or to tell me what I should do. I make my plans. If what you are bringing on the table did not suit in my shadows, I'm not going with you, especially for fun. So the next thing I do is I lay down my plans and I make sure within the week this is what I need to do. So I have some people I've trained under MK Farms too. When I'm busy, then maybe I can go to the plantation side. What I do mostly is I just give them what to do for the week or for the month. Then they just go on. I keep calling, giving them instructions on what to do. Because I don't own just my farm around Somanya. I have some at Atimpoku on the island and all that. Yeah, I have some farms that belongs to other people too, that I invest into it after harvesting.
Okay, so you invest
into other people's farm.
Yeah,
I do all those kind of things.
So literally you have people working under you.
I have people working.
So like how many people are you working with?
I have about 10 people.
About 10?
Yeah,
about 10. Wow, that is like a whole production. It's like a whole company on its own.
Yeah,
and this is what we're talking about.
Before I have those who come on contract basis.
Contract basis.
So if there's plenty during harvesting like this, and I'm to harvest 30 tons of mangoes within a day, I get like 50 people. Because they need me to be fast and I pay them. They come and they charge. They're like, okay, for you harvesting 30 tons, we are charging you this so amount. I give it to them and they harvest for me. If I have those that they are on the payroll, I pay them.
Right. MKL, I need you to help me change this narrative. Number one, we have this narrative that, we have this perception that farming in its context belongs to older people, and so young people need not to venture into farming. And then Africa as a continent, and then Ghana to be precise, agriculture takes about 60% of of what we do as Ghanaians when it comes to income before the other aspect of productions, and then the rest will come in. But then most youth are not willing to engage themselves into agriculture because we believe we are too good to be soiled. I mean, help me change that now. What are you going to tell the youth out there? How are you going to project agriculture to people watching us right now?
Okay. The little advice I'll give to the youth is that it's about time they value agriculture. Yes, this is just take me as an example because this guy who have traveled twice outside, and I was there and I just make a decision.
Yeah, I was thinking about asking why should you leave Dubai?
Yes.
Dubai, why should you leave Dubai and come and engage yourself?
Yes, I was just with my room one day, and I went for a trial about some job, which after the interview they told me, okay, I can start working, but it's going to be on a trial for 2 solid weeks. So I need to be working. If maybe after the 2 weeks they did not see my qualities, they're not going to give me the job. And so I tried to take the risk to work. I went for a week, and I need to be sponsoring myself for everything until that 2 weeks before they can confirm things for me. So after one Fruitful day, I returned home and I'm like, no, I'm kind of stressing myself and I need to return back home because I know much about mango. So why don't I return home? I was just talking to myself. So I opened up later within the day with my friends. I have about 5 people in the same room. So I told them that I'm going back to Ghana, and they are like, to do what? I'm like,
leaving Dubai for Ghana.
They are like,
wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, they are like,
a real patriotic citizen.
What are you going to do? I'm like, no, I know much about mango.
Wow.
And I'm going to push mango to the next height because I can see there's something special about that business, and looking at the struggles I'm going through in Dubai. If I return back home, there will be something positive. So my friends were like, no, don't go. No matter how bad Dubai is, you can't compare Dubai to Ghana. So I should stay and work. I'm like, no, I'm going to book my flight back home. Then fast forward, I went to the airline office. I booked my flight one way from Ghana from Dubai back to Ghana. Then I started this whole thing. So it was hard for me because my friends were like, no, you don't need to do that. And I made a promise to them that, see, from 2016 to 2019, they will see me sharing my story. This is what I just told them.
You told them about from 2016
to 2019. They should just give me 3 years. They will see me sharing.
You are more than sharing your story.
So then fast forward 2019, I started to share the story because I was working on the farm myself. Because when I started, I was not having any money. I returned empty.
All by yourself?
All by myself. I returned empty. There's nothing. I have no money. Because my mom was angry because he always want me to work. And I told him I want football. And my father too was ex-footballer, but he don't make it that big. So my mom was not in support with my football idea. So that's my story. So if they look at me now, like I've employed people through the same agriculture business. So if you have the idea or you have some idea about agriculture, I think they must pick it. They should not say agriculture is for the old age or something. They should forget about all those things. They should just be themselves because I'm an example. Through agriculture, I'm able to, everything I'm doing is through agriculture. I get people, and even sometimes companies they do call to assist me with money. Because sometimes I will ignore because at least I have.
Ignore money.
Sometimes you see, because no matter what, when they give you, they will come and they will harvest and reduce it. They will deduct it from your sales. So sometimes when I have that I don't think I need that money, I told them to hold on for some time. Sometimes I'll be there, they even deposit money into my account. Do same agriculture. So you can see it has helped me. So I'll just help them to forget about what people will say about them. They should just be themselves. If you have the idea, go into it. They should just grab it.
All right. So another take home I've taken from what he said is that he started everything by himself. So you might not have all the instruments, all the equipment at a go, but then you can go along what you have. There's this saying that if you don't have a dog for hunting, go along what you have. If you have a goat, if you have a sheep, go along with it. That sheep might even be eaten by the animal that you're actually going to hunting for. But the thing is that you should actually go along whatever you have. If it, the little thing that you have, you should go along with it. And that thing will go a long way to make you a different person. And it will definitely change your story. Just like there's work for good for MKL. Now MKL, my another thing that I want you to decode is that, there is business, there is school, right? And we know that both of them are good in one way or the other. But then most of the youth, what we think is that we believe that education is all. And I want you to deconstruct this idea from people that education is not it all. I mean, if you have something like farming and the likes, it can actually pay you off. I mean, so talk to us, business and then school.
Okay, this is how it is. You know, when you are going to school or you are schooling,
all right,
you graduate to work for a rich person. You see this whole thing.
You're going to school, you
graduate
to work for a rich person.
No.
All right, I'm a student, but I never knew that. It means I'm going to work for a rich person.
Yes.
But the rich person can give me money.
He can give you money because you are working under him. So if
what you mean, I also become a rich.
You can rich. It takes you time. But if you are able to create a business by yourself, you then see you and you employ people, as I'm doing now.
Okay, so if you create your own business, you become a CEO.
You become a CEO.
Like the rich person. Then you also employ other people. Wow, I love the equation here.
You see how this whole thing is. So if maybe you don't have the chance to further your education, to that you know there's no money, and maybe you are not good academically, and you have all these kind of chances, I think I would advise them to grab it. It should only not be education. Because like I'm saying, you see somebody who will be holding or will be selling mangoes on the street, and you will be schooling, and you'll be laughing at this person. You might graduate, and you later meet this person owning a company. Then that person will employ you under him. Then maybe you sit down and you see your certificates or degrees and the things you are holding, and working under somebody who don't even have a certificate. So you see, sometimes it's that education is good. There's no doubt about it.
Does it mean that somebody who does not have a certificate can really, be more successful than somebody who has a
It happens. It happens. Yeah, we have people like that. And if I'm to prove to you, the only certificate I have is junior high certificate.
JHS.
Yes. That's the only that's the only certificate I have.
Wait, I will tell you.
Yes.
Let me speak my local dialect. Or patch yourself. Certificate or when we are saying JHS.
Yes.
It's on one SS. Or no university.
The class of Eclipse. Class of Eclipse. Then I come 2006 every year. What's in a praise?
Class of Eclipse.
Yeah, every year school.
So like you've not been to the senior high, you've not been to the university.
Yes, time me ban. I thought say football no start na one year. I had me papa also no. No idea me say like or push my football no. One mommy person me go school until my journey film mommy wa come papa side. I am go Accra. And I'm go say papa.
You didn't like school?
Na ankasa I say ball same na I say football na. It be post school 2 p.m. By 2:30 I'm on the food with football. Then because of me the next day the teachers they will organize a class test and also they will beat me. And because academically me say I had to be
yes.
Because I didn't mean sure. So that's what I was saying about. Because now football, from this football academy to that football academy, because that's what my father was pushing me towards. So that's
Alright, so MKL help me to deconstruct this mindset too. It's more or less like the government pays more attention to cocoa production in this our Ghanaian country, and then I think different set of people in the country have different. I've blessed with different natural resources together. Let me take the Somanya community for instance. Like this community is blessed with mango. I want you to say something to the government. I want you to, appeal to the government. What do you think mango can do for the country Ghana, and how can mango production take our country to the next level?
Okay, I'll appeal with the government to focus on mango also, because mango, what you can do from mango is a lot.
All right.
Through this same mango business, some of us are living and we are taking care of some people.
Wow.
Yeah, on records so far I've been able to assist 3 friends outside because of this same business.
Wow.
They are also footballers, and they have been able to help me in the business.
Oh,
so because of that,
so
I made a promise to them.
Do for others what you want others to do for you, as the Bible says.
I was able to assist them outside the country. So if maybe there are 2 or 3 people or more like me, just see how the economy will be. There will be a lot of people assisting other people. If I'm able to employ 10 people under me, aside those who come and work on contract basis, and there's another person who is employing people, I think the economy will be much better. So as the government is pushing hard on cocoa and other things, it should focus on mango also. We need more, factories to be able to process mangoes. Because because there are people who also have mango farms, they have mango fruit, but sometimes they face challenges to sell because some of these people, they don't know how to market it, and sometimes they fear because they say the companies around to buy the fruit from them, they don't know how to approach them. But if there is smart to approach those companies and they are afraid, the education they need before they can sell to two companies. But if the government is able to bring more, the last 2 years, the government organized a workshop, which I was invited. I went there, I share my opinion and the views. Those are the things we want the government to be doing. Because when he's doing that, there'll be more young guys who will be willing to do more. So that I think the government need to focus on mango as well, because you can do a lot of things from mango, leather, even soap, drink, chips, a lot of things from this same mango. So if the government, like the way is assisting the cocoa farmers, push some of his attention to mango farmers as well, I think mango has a long way to go.
Wow. So to the agri sector, this is our humble demand. We need the sector to invest into mango production. Somanya is a community that is actually blessed with mango. In fact, I think almost everywhere
is
mango.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. So I believe that if we invest in mango production as a country, we're actually gonna make something good for ourselves, and that is our humble appeal to the agric ministry and to the agric sector.
This bed. So we have the seedlings under this. So we just planted them. We planted this 3 days ago. So 7 to 14 days they start to germinate. So so you can see these are pots that we planted the seedlings, the seeds inside. So we have the local seeds in this pot.
Oh, okay.
The local seeds are in this pot. And this particular one's about 10,000. It's an order for a customer. The client who placed the order for me to place it for them. So I'm on it. So the first stage is to go and harvest the local mango. Then you crack it. Then before you crack it, you make sure you fill in the sand, a premium. Whether poultry manure with the sand, you mix it, put it inside the pots. Then you bring in the seed, then you plant it inside. So you'll be waiting there. After planting, you just need to cover it. Then that kind of atmosphere before they germinate. So you cover it this way, then you leave them 7 to 14 days. Then you come, but you'll be scouting on them for you to make sure they are doing well. If they need a bit of watering, you do that. So after 14 days, they germinate. Then you remove all these things from them. Then you must come back again to repack them. You pick the tall ones so that the grafting will be easy. So it's a whole lot of process before you get there.
So like all these ones are beds.
They are beds. We have the mango beds. So we have the seed planted into pots.
Okay. But why have you covered them?
Yeah, we cover them so that they will germinate faster. They don't like the sunlight sometimes. When they want to germinate and the sun, so sometimes when the sun scorch too much on their eyes, it destroy them.
Okay. So like I said, there's like a whole science course on it too. I mean, it might take you 4 years to complete this course, but a JHS certificate, somebody is changing the story. You might say that, you didn't have the educational background, you didn't have the qualification, you don't have the certificate. Certificate is a paper, right? The knowledge is what is required. So it means that if you go through university, certificate is just something to show that you've gone through the process. But what makes you who you are is the knowledge that you acquired from it. And knowledge can be acquired from any other place. I mean, if only you know how to go about it. I think that is so amazing. MK, I have this question to ask, and I think I need to ask you before we leave. Somebody told me that you can pay more than doctors every month, and then I was told that on average you can pay more than 2 doctors every month. How is it?
Yeah. That's very true.
You can pay more than 2 doctors.
Yeah, that's very true.
Wow.
That's very true.
So like on average, how many doctors do you think you can pay every month?
Like you mentioned, I can do 3, I can pay 4.
He can pay about 4 doctors. What do you mean? You're talking about farming.
So that's how it is,
Wow.
People should not see farming to be bad thing or something. They should.
You don't have the degrees.
No, I don't have the degree.
But you
There
are
are
more
people with a degree coming to learn
than,
the practical aspect, you know.
Hey.
They know much about the theory aspect.
I think I will
yes.
have to come for apprenticeship.
Yeah, but
I will need to learn.
they always come. Professors, they always come.
Professors.
They come to
Wow.
learn because they're like, you know, Max said, yeah, book now. It's already their mom, but they always hate me.
Wow, so this really means that practicality actually pays.
So that's what you are on.
Wow.
That's what you are on. You get level. When I see them, they'll be calling me sir, boss, and all that.
Oh, okay.
So that's how it is.
MKL, I have another question. I know starting up something like this, it's not a silver platter. It's not something so easy.
Yeah.
I mean, does it require huge capital? I mean, if somebody wants to start something like this, what are the requirements? What should the person get in terms of finance and capital?
Let me use myself as an example.
Okay.
Aside my parents starting the plantation, this one I did not. Nobody gave me money to start.
Nobody gave
money to start. But you know the secret is, you know, when I return, my friends, I used to sit with my friends like. Using this as an example, we will come with my friends during daytime. Then we sit under this mango tree. Then we enjoy the mango. So I'll wake up with my black polythene bag. I'll come under the tree. What we enjoy, the seed, I'll pick them and I'll pack them and I'll plant them. Wow. This is how I started my own. Okay. So I started that I don't have money to even buy a seed. So
started when you didn't have money.
I don't have money to buy seeds. So if I'm able to raise money to buy
but
the
now you sell out seeds.
You see, so I was able to raise money from all these things, and I used to join people doing harvesting too. I go to their farm and help them. Then I raise money. Then I buy nursery bags. So when I buy nursery, because I can't pay people, I work myself by filling in the nursery bags with sand. So after, because I know the joint, me and my friends have been enjoying the seeds, the mango, and I'll come back at dawn because I don't want people to see me. Now I don't have money to buy the seed. So I'll just come and I'll pick them. So if I'm able to pick 1,000 seeds, let's say within 3 days or a week, then I pack them, I remove the seed, and I plant them. Onto that. So when I start grafting, I start making money, then now I can buy the seed. So that's how I start my own. So sometimes when you are like, you don't have capital, and that's what brings people down, because they are like, I don't have money to start. I don't know where to get. You can join someone who is already into it, doing harvesting, doing planting or something. So when you start getting money small, then some of the things you might be doing it yourself until you start making money. So you first try to do things by yourself, but you must start with the little you have. That's the first thing. You first need to start with the little you have. Just start it. So once you are going, the first year, second year, within third year, you start to make more. But the secret about this whole thing is, when you start and you start making money, you need to invest the same money in the profit to that same business for like 3 years.
That is what most of us don't do.
You just don't need
I start a business, I get profit. I should reinvest
the money back into the business. With your profit again, invest
including the profit.
Including the profit.
The profit.
Yes. So you are going to
so
get
how will I enjoy the fruit of my labor?
You don't need to enjoy until the third year. So after the third year, the money will start come. So let's say the first year you are going to make a profit of 2,000. Then you have your investment in like, let's say 3,000, 4,000. So now you are going to get double. Addition plus your profit and your investment. Wow. So you are going for it. So that's how I did mine. That's when I was returning from Dubai, I told my friend within 3 years they start to see me.
So it means sometimes when you set a goal, when you set a target and you work hard towards it, it is so achievable. Yes,
that's how it is.
Wow.
You just need to set a target and you keep fighting hard for it.
Alright.
That's
so like all these things are also part of it.
They are also part of it.
Wow.
So all these things, these have been ordered, and hopefully first week in next month they perform. And I have enough orders. Yeah, that's what I've started. So we pick this one and we start to.
So as these ones are
the other ones start to business. So it's always like that. I don't wait for my seedlings to finish before I next, because the season has come already for new ones. So whether I sold it out or I did not, I must make sure I start with the new ones. If you are like, you must wait to sell this one before you raise money to do this one. Before selling this one, the local seed, you not get it again.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
All right. I understand. Has there ever been a day that you said that no, I've regretted starting up something like this?
That's
a day that you think that no, this is too much for me, I should give up.
That's the first season. That's the first time during 2016 when I returned from Dubai. I faced that challenge because I got fruits and I was not able to sell because I was not having, the buyers. I did not talk about it. I was thinking the fruit might be on the tree and I'll get somebody who just come like I need money. So I faced that challenge when I saw my friend, my fruits was like going wasted. But after that, I learned from that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start talking to people who need money. So the following year, when I talk to people, then the company start to rush me. So now even I can't even supply my customers now. So I try to pick it from other farms to supply.
So now your demand exceeds your supply.
That's how it was.
This is what we call shortage. I remember my basic economic terms.
Yeah. So
wow. So MKL, I mean your last words to my audience, then we end our interview.
Yeah, I'm proud.
But before that, how can somebody reach you? I mean, if somebody wants to do business, invest in what you do, or let's say, I mean, do anything related to business you do, how can they reach you, and then what do you have for them?
Okay, I'm MKL everywhere. So when you go on the internet and you type MKL What Farms, you see in the contact MKL What Farms. MKL What Farms.
MKL What Farms.
So when you just type on the internet, social media everywhere, and you'll get me there. And my contact too is 0542 976288. I'm on WhatsApp. You can also call direct.
Can you please repeat the number for
0542 976288. I'm on WhatsApp, and you can call me direct as well. So to your audience and the people watching this video, I'll advise them to be active and to distribute themselves. They should not mind what somebody is going to say about them. Because myself, when I started, I was being mocked by friends, but today those same friends, I'm helping them. I'm assisting them. So that's how it is. So you just need to be yourself. Don't mind what somebody is going to say about you, but just prove them wrong by working hard to achieve whatever you plan to do. That's all I need to say.
In fact, I'm more than inspired, I'm educated, I've learned, and in fact, I'm more than what I've seen here. Literally, from where I grew up, I believe that, especially something like farming is for older people, and then people, not really for people who have gone to school and then done the degrees and the likes, but not knowing that it pays more than we can ever think of. I mean, so as we complain that there are no job opportunities in the country, there are no opportunities for us to explore and then do great things for ourselves. This is, I mean, an amazing young guy. There is no editing. You can see him in real MKL Farms, just like he said. He's doing so amazing. MKL, thank you for your time, and then thank you for sharing your story and then what you're doing with us. I believe that we are more than inspired, and any young guy listening to me right now is gonna take the initiative, take the bold step to do and even do more than what you're doing. And then I believe that in the long run, they will say that yes, we watched the video from the Saturday Clever with MKL, and then we are blessed to have this for ourselves. Thank you once again for coming.
Thank you.